We've all been there, sitting on a subway, scrolling through our phones, or staring out a cafe window, when suddenly something shifts. The world around you feels both impossibly vast and intimately alive. You notice a person 2 rows ahead tapping their foot, lost in thought. You catch the glow of a street lamp through rain-speckled glass. You feel for an instant the weight of billions of unseen stories playing out beyond your perception. This jarring moment of clarity has a name: sonde. The sudden, almost vertiginous awareness that every stranger you glimpse, every fleeting shape in your peripheral vision, is living a life as vivid and complex as yours. The hum of traffic isn't just noise, it's the background score to countless dramas, comedies, tragedies. That crack in your everyday routine reveals a tapestry of experience far richer than any single frame. Yet we're conditioned to treat reality as a fixed painting, something we observe from the outside. We assume there's one true stage, one script that unfolds regardless of who's watching. But what if the very act of observing reshapes the scene? What if your gaze doesn't just record events, but helps write them? Philosophers and scientists have long grappled with this question. From 18th century idealists to 21st century quantum physicists, many conclude that observation isn't passive, it's creative. It's as if reality waits for our attention before it fully blooms. Think about a stage play. Without an audience, the actors still rehearse, but the energy is different. They play to an empty theater. The moment someone fills a seat, the performance ignites. Applause ripples back to the stage, altering timing, emotion, even improvisation. In our lives, we're both actor and audience, performing for others, for ourselves, and for an unseen cosmic theater. Today, we'll journey from George Berkeley's radical immaterialism through the strange labs of quantum mechanics, all the way to modern ideas of a participatory universe. We'll ask, when you look, are you merely witnessing, or are you helping to create reality itself? Ready your curiosity. The spotlight's on us. In 1710, the philosopher George Berkeley flipped materialism on its head. He argued that objects don't exist as things out there, but only as ideas in perceiving minds. To Berkeley, a tree falls in the forest only if someone, or something, observes it. He called this view immaterialism, later dubbed subjective idealism. Critics leapt on a glaring paradox. If nothing exists without a mind to hold it, how does a candle burn in an empty room? How does rain fall in a desert when no one's watching? Berkeley's ingenious answer, God, an ever-watchful divine mind, ensures the world never blinks out of existence. Every rustling leaf and drifting cloud persists because God's attention sustains it. For many, this divine safety net felt unsatisfying. It replaced one mystery with another. Why would a perfect deity play cosmic peeping Tom? Yet Berkeley's deeper insight endures. Perception matters. What we take for granted as objective reality may depend on our mental engagement. Fast forward 3 centuries, and similar questions haunt digital life. In an age of live streams and curated feeds, we edit our experiences for an audience. We filter our photos, craft our captions, measure our likes. The moment we share, we reshape reality, turning messy moments into glossy stories. But is this new age of self-curation so different from Berkeley's world? If observation creates reality, then every click, every scroll, every view becomes part of the cosmic conversation. Our devices are the lenses through which the modern universe sees itself. To push further, we must step into the quantum realm, where particles and waves dance to the tune of observation. In the 1930s, quantum mechanics shattered the notion of a detached universe. 2 camps emerged. Realists, led by Einstein, believed particles possess definite properties, whether measured or not. Anti-realists, championed by Bohr, held that at the quantum level, nothing is fixed until observed. The legendary double-slit experiment illustrates this beautifully. Fire electrons at a barrier with 2 narrow slits. With no detectors, they form an interference pattern, like waves overlapping. Yet install a detector to watch which slit each electron passes through, and the interference vanishes. The electrons behave like individual bullets. Your mere act of measurement transforms their behavior. John Archibald Wheeler distilled this mystery. No phenomenon is a phenomenon until it is an observed phenomenon. It's as if nature waits for our questions before giving answers, but the strangeness deepens with entanglement. In 1972, John Clauser began testing correlations between particles born together. Decades later, Clauser, along with Anton Zeilinger and Alain Aspect, received the 2022 Nobel Prize for proving that entangled particles remain linked across any distance. Measure one here and the other instantly assumes a complementary state, even light years apart. These experiments demolish the idea of a local, observer-free universe. They show that reality at its core is participatory, woven from the threads of measurement and information. Wheeler went further, coining it from bit. He proposed that every particle, every flicker of the cosmos is fundamentally informational. Reality arises through yes-no questions posed by measurements, binary choices that shape the universe's unfolding tapestry. Consider a giant game of 20 questions, played by the cosmos itself. Each experiment, each observation, each conscious inquiry asks, are you particle? Are you wave? And reality answers accordingly. But if reality emerges from information, who or what is asking the questions? Berkeley summoned God. Quantum physicists point to detectors and conscious experimenters. But some thinkers propose a more radical solution: panpsychism, the view that consciousness is not an exclusive product of complex brains, but a fundamental feature of all matter. On this view, every electron, every atom, every quantum field possesses a sliver of experience, a proto-mind. As systems grow more complex, their consciousness deepens. Human minds are then the towering trees of a forest whose roots reach into every particle. If the universe is suffused with consciousness, then every interaction, every measurement, every wave function collapse is a moment of awareness. The cosmos isn't a dead stage we peer into, it's a living mirror reflecting on itself through us. This idea resonates with modern theories of integrated information, which suggests that any system with sufficient informational complexity exhibits a form of consciousness. Perhaps reality isn't just observed, it observes. So, what does this mean for you? If observation helps create reality, then every glance, every thought, every intention ripples outward. When you watch a sunrise, you're not merely a spectator, you're part of the dawn. When you listen to a friend, you don't just record their words, you shape their world. And in the digital age, this participatory reality becomes even more obvious. Every like, every share, every comment is an act of observation that reverberates through networks of consciousness. Your screen is a portal where the universe watches itself. But here's the challenge: how do we live authentically in a world where we're always being observed by others, by machines, and by ourselves? How do we reclaim presence without performance? Perhaps the answer lies in mindful observation, shifting from passive consumption to active participation. Notice the world without the urge to capture it. Listen without planning your response. Breathe without measuring your worth. In doing so, you honor the co-creative dance between observer and observed. You become both artist and audience in the cosmic theater. We may never fully decode the mechanics of observation or chart the boundaries of consciousness. Our theories will always be provisional, our experiments incomplete. Yet the next time you pause, suspended between two worlds, remember, you're not just looking, you're participating. And in that participation lies the power and the mystery of being alive.